Hello and welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you. And this one is by Vinta and it is called Bisperas, I guess. And it looks like there might be some shimmers in there, so I'm going to shake this up real good. And I'll have to shake it in between swatches. So let's just take a look at how this looks on here. Okay, that's a really pretty rich blue. Very, very pretty. This reminds me of like a peacock blue maybe. Yeah, this is really super pretty. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and write the name on there. Okay. And I'm going to set this swatch aside to dry under a fan. And I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So we're going to test this out on some copy paper. I always like to test out the inks on copy paper just in case maybe you're at work or school or something and don't have access to your nicer papers and you just want to know if this ink will behave itself. So I'm going to give it a test. All right, so far it does look like a really pretty teal, maybe like a peacock teal. Very pretty color. And we're going to try it also on some HP 32. And also, let me see, I think I may have forgotten to shake it up on that copy paper. Yeah, I did. Let me just, on the copy paper, let me just make one more quick correction here because I did forget to shake the bottle. So I like to be fair and give it a fair chance because I think there are some shimmers in here. All right, so let me just quickly put down another one of these swatches here and we'll do a little bit of scribbling. There we go. Okay, yeah, there were some shimmers that we were missing out on. Okay, good thing I caught that in time. All right, so let's try this on the HP 32 and this time we will shake it because that's necessary. All right, and I am getting ink all over the label. So HP 32 is smooth, it's very nice. It is another type of copy paper. So this is a really good in-between, like a budget type of option if maybe you want a nicer paper but don't want the more expensive ones. And if there are any other colors that you would like to see me review, leave a suggestion, and if I have the ink or if I can get it, we'll do a review video. All right. And that is how that is looking so far. Very pretty. I'm going to set that aside to dry, and then we're going to test this out on some Tomo River paper. And Tomo River paper also has a very nice finish on it. And that typically makes it so that the ink shows off its properties really well. I always like to do a review on this paper just because of that. All right. All right. And if you like these videos, if they're helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any. It also really helps me out, and I always appreciate everybody who likes and subscribes and watches the videos. All right, there we go. That's how this is looking so far. I'm going to check on our swatch and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So here is how this came out on the copy paper. So you can see that because of the mistake I made, you could tell this is a really pretty rich teal color. Kind of like I said, like a peacock teal or something. But then with the, when you actually shake the bottle like you're supposed to, it just gets overtaken by these shimmers. So if you like something with a lot of shimmer, this is probably a great choice for you. And this also doesn't have any feathering or any other problems, so you could easily use this on any paper. One of the nice things about shimmer inks is that even on the cheapest paper, the shimmers are always going to show. So at least in my experience anyway, they've always shown up. So this is a great one to get if you love shimmers and you don't care about the paper that you're using. So this is a really good one for that. Let me grab the HP 32. And just like on the copy paper, you've got this beautiful shimmer, but the colors are totally different. So now you've got this red halo going around the outside, and you still have that beautiful teal color, but the color is more complex now. And it does look like there's a little bit of shading maybe, but it's kind of hard to tell because of the shimmer on top. But again, this is a beautiful one if you like shimmer, if you like especially gold shimmer. This is a very nice gold shimmer. And then here on the Tomo River, this is where you get to see the full range of ink. So these look almost like 3 different inks here. So this here almost makes it look like it's a red ink with a blue shading. And then you've got the gold shimmer on top. But in the writing, it does come out this beautiful teal with those gold shimmers. And that red is actually a sheen. So anywhere the ink goes down heavily, you'll see a little bit of that red sheen. Very, very pretty, has a lot going on. This has a lot of color range to it. It's a very nice ink. And then here is how the swatch looks. And here you can really see how crazy this color is. So here you've got, of course, all that gold shimmer, and then you've got the outline of the red sheen, and over here you can see that beautiful teal color. And then in the writing, you can see how that sheen really takes over, and anywhere you don't have shimmer or sheen, you're going to see a teal. But otherwise, you're either going to see the sheen or you're going to see the glitters, the shimmers. So this is a really pretty color. I'll see if I can find a link to it and leave it down below. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.